Hi, I'm Toast, and thanks for clicking on this video. I made this account a couple months ago to really experience the mid-game and what Jagex has made in the last couple years, because on my main, I'm kind of well beyond it. So, glad you clicked on this video. If you like it, give it a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome back, or if it's your first time here, then welcome either way, but this will be the start of episode 2 for my little hardcore series I got going on right now. As you can see, we are at the God Crab, the best way to get experience in the game as of a couple months ago. So we've gotten a couple attack levels, just kind of getting closer towards that zombie axe is kind of the goal, because I think that's what we want to shoot for this episode. So been over here, I got 5 levels since the last time you seen me. I went from 65 to 70, and just getting our way up to 72 for that zombie axe requirement. So I'm going to be here doing that for now, and then we need to go get some Slayer. I've done a couple tasks off camera before I started recording this, got up to 47, so 1 or 2 more tasks left, and then we will be at 48, and we can do Perilous Moons, and we can go get in the moons. I've also been keeping up on my farming contracts, got up to 65, so we don't need those garden pies anymore to keep getting those medium contracts, so that's nice. And yeah, just making our way through. I think the goal for this one is going to be obtain the zombie axe. So by the end of this episode, hopefully we have the zombie axe. We'll see how spooned or how dry we go for it, but hopefully it's the first one. Hopefully we get spooned on it and we don't have to deal with that for too long. But we've got plenty of runes built up from Barrows, so we got like I think 10k of each rune that we need for Barrows. So we'll have plenty of barrage runes hopefully and get some good at magic XP. Maybe get us up to 77 so we can start working on that crafting XP, and I can get some magic XP from that too. So yeah, we'll see where this takes us. Welcome back, welcome back. Hopefully this is another good one. And that's our first little sub-goal done of the episode. 72 attack. So that's the zombie axe requirement taken care of. I think next we'll go just knock out a couple Slayer tasks, just get that 48 requirement dealt with and over with for Perilous Moons. So yeah, let's go get a task or two. So here's the funny thing, everybody's probably going, hey, 72, why the hell do you need 72 attack? What are you talking about 72? I don't know. I thought I knew what I was talking about. For some reason, I thought the zombie axe was 72 attack, and I don't know where I got that number from, but clearly I am wrong, and I didn't need to do all that. But hey, we're 72 attack now, we'll take it. We'll go on from there, but we'll keep on going with that anyway. So it's taken me 2 tasks already. We've done like 30 or so Ankus and then 70 Ice Giants, and we're almost to 48. We got 628 XP left, so this will probably do it for us. Let's see, what's the last one? Shades. I genuinely might skip that. I don't want to do Shades. Yeah. Hill Giants, that's a lot better. Okay. So yeah, let's go knock out some Hill Giants and get to 48. See you in a sec. And that's 48 Slayer. So there's the requirement for Perilous Moons all done and finished, so we can get on that quest once we get to it. We're getting there pretty soon, actually, hopefully. So I think I'm going to stay here and finish this task, and then we'll get on to the next thing. So yeah, see you in a minute. So we finished up that Hill Giants task, and then now we're over here at the Blast Furnace, because I know we need to get our smithing level up for that zombie axe. So I'm going to jump start on that with some of the ores that I have in my bank from what's it called? Motherlode Mine. I think I really want to do Giant's Foundry, but I'm not entirely sure of the best route to take to kind of get the supplies for that. Because if you haven't told yet, if you can't tell yet, I'm not really following a guide on this. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. But yeah, I'm not really sure exactly where to get all those materials, but I'm going to start with what I have here in the bank. So we're going to make all this stuff into bars, and then I'll look into whether it's better to make them into like plate bodies and stuff, or just leave them as bars, and we'll figure that out from there. But yeah, we'll get this done over here, see if it gets us a level or 2, and then try to push for that 70 smithing for the zombie axe. And then here's another little main update. Got the main over here smithing, trying to get that one knocked out, getting pretty dang close. We got 98, got 600k left. I've just been over here AFK in these. It's a lot chiller than Blast Furnace, where the other account is at, which I'm actually 2 accounts doing smithing at once. That's something. I don't know, but it's something for sure. But yeah, getting this count up to 99, and then we are down to 2 skills left, basically, agility and thieving, where I don't really count this fishing. I need to go to Temperos, because I ended up getting the fishing AFKing anglers, and now I'm like, well, shoot, I need 3,000 spirit flakes to make it blue, because it must be blue, right? So that's the main reason this isn't 99, because I just haven't taken the time to go to Temperos yet. But that'll happen. So yeah, probably get into agility after this. I need to at least get it to 92 so I can stop complaining about not being at level 5 on the Sepulchre, because then I have no more excuses. So I need to get that to 92. And then probably knock that out next. I just like that would be the one. If I got that out of the way, we're done basically. I don't see thieving as a problem whatsoever. So, but yeah, there's an update on this account, but back to the iron. And this will be our last batch of gold ore from the supplies we had in the bank. So it got us a little bit over like a level and a half or so, and it actually got us to 1500 total levels. So it's a nice little milestone. But we didn't get a ton of stuff. I made the gold ore just to make it, but we got mithril, and I don't really have a secondary yet. So I need to figure that out and then go from there. Well, I think it has to be steel bars, but we'll get some steel, figure that out, and go over to Giant's Foundry and get some XP over there, hopefully. Alright, so I looked into Giant's Foundry, and it looks like the plan's going to be buy a bunch of iron ore from this guy here, and then smelt them into steel bars here as well, and then it looks like the ratio is like 15 steel to 13 mithril, so we'll get a little bit more, like I think I'm shooting for like 550, if I can log in there, open this in Blast Furnace World. Shooting for like 550, which, where is it at? Right here, 287, so we'll get that pretty quick, and then we'll smelt that up, and then see how far that takes us with Giant's Foundry. Alright, we've made all the steel bars over at Blast Furnace, and then we made our way over to Giant's Foundry, and we're finishing up this quest right now. So, we will get on all those steel bars and mithril bars, and see how far those get us. Well, let's get this quest finished. Lots of dialogue. There we go. Alright, quest finished, and let's see how far this other materials gets us. Alright, you ready for this? Here's Toast's minute or so long guide on how to do Giant's Foundry. If you don't want to hear about it, you don't want to hear me yap about Giant's Foundry, just skip about a minute. So, before you even start, the first thing you're going to want to do is copy these 3 tiles that I have marked right here and color them green, yellow, and red as you see right there. I'll let you know why in a second. Alright, now you got those marked, let's talk about what we're actually going to be doing here in this minigame. First thing, go right-click Kovac and select Commission and see what he gives you. For this one, I got a light spiked sword, so you just navigate through here, the forte, blades, and tips, and you just pick the best combination of the 3 to get you the most points in the bottom left there. Then you grab your materials and you throw them in the cauldron next to the bank. My ratio is 14 steel, 14 mithril, but that changes based on what materials you're using, so go ahead and look up what you need for yours. Now that's all the prep work. You grabbed your sword, and then this big bar just popped up on the top of your screen. The top bar is the quality of your sword, the middle bar is the temperature of your sword, wherever it's at the time, and then the bottom bar is the progress on making the sword. So basically what we're doing is just changing the temperature of our sword so that it corresponds to the color at the bottom, and then we go and work on that machine until we complete that section, and then we move on to the next one. To regulate the temperature of your sword, you either go to the lava pool over here, which will heat up your sword and move that bar to the right, or you go to the waterfall over here, which will cool off your sword and move the bar to the left. Every now and then while you're working, you'll see this yellow bar flash above you. If you click on the machine while you're working, you'll get bonus progression and it'll speed up the time to make the sword. And that's pretty much it. You just finish up all those bars on the bottom, and then you go hand in your sword to Kovac and get your XP and monies. And in the middle of all that, we've been keeping up on our farming runs, and we've been able to hit 65 farming, so we got access to Hespori. So we planted that seed a little bit ago, and we're getting our first KC right now. So here's our setup for that. Just general tanky gear, going for range tank, and we're going to be praying mage the whole time, so here we go. It's funny doing this boss on a low level account, since I'm used to doing it on my main all the time, just kind of trying to grind for pet, speedrunning the thing, getting it done in like 30 seconds. Getting it done so fast that I forget this thing has mechanics some of the time, as you see right here. I totally did not realize that I got stuck in the vines, as it says down there, and I just did not realize until way too late. I realized right here, and I eat a food and panic, and I took a fat 40. I don't think I was chanced there, but that was a big chunk of damage to take on Hespori just for not paying attention. But after that little panic attack, everything went smooth and we got the kill. Got baited by the Chrono seed on the drop, but we got like 15 more seeds in the bank, so we'll start grinding these in hopes of getting that compost bucket. Alright, let's go turn in this last one and then call it done. So that'll be our 26th sword done. We'll just take another commission just cuz. But we are out of materials for now, but it got us exactly where we needed to get. We got up to 68, which I can boost up to 70 with the Dwarven Stout that I got from the Kingdoms quest. So we made the requirements. We're up to, basically we're at 70, so we can make that zombie axe. So I think it's about time to get that grind started. Let's go get that zombie axe. But before we get onto that grind, we definitely need to do some prepping. So first off, let's get a couple soft clay packs from this guy. I probably won't need that much more than that in this one. Yeah, 200 would be plenty, because we want to make some Varrock teleport tabs. So when we're on the ancient spellbook, then we can still make it back to Varrock pretty easily. So running around, we gotta go build a lectern, and then start making some tabs. And we already have the room built, so let's just throw in a lectern. We can only build up to the demon lectern right now. I would rather make house tabs, but I do not have the construction level for that right now. So, Varrock tabs it is. So, we'll make these, and we'll be pretty much ready to go. This animation is wild. I don't know who made this. I don't know what my character is really trying to do here whatsoever. And at pretty much the same exact time, the main has been over here doing smithing. And that's 99 smithing. So that's a good one to get, so that's one more out of the way. So we got agility and thieving left. So let's go snag that cape. Alright, let's grab this cape. Nice. One more done. Let's check out that emote, we got to see it. Ooh. 2 more capes left. 3 more capes left. I don't count fishing, but so 3 more capes left and we're done. We get the max cape just in time for them to release another skill and say, no, I'm going to take that from you real quick. So we're almost there though. Agility's probably next, but we'll get on it. So the next morning I was sitting around thinking, oh, I could just go to the grind. I can just go try to get my zombie axe. But then I thought, it'd be really nice if I had my mage cape. So today's the day that I finally grew a pair and decided to go to the wilderness and get it. This is a decent time to go on a little rant about just how I feel about the hardcore status for a sec, I guess. How I feel about it is like, when I die, I die. I'm not, and then I'm still going to keep playing. I really don't care, but the one thing I do not want to happen is to die to a PvPer. I don't know, like, I just want to see how far I can take it, and that just doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? I'm sure someone knows what I mean out there. Like, it's just, there's something about it. It's that's the one way I don't want to go out. So, basically, I brought my friend out here and my other account to make sure that I was safe. I had them scout some worlds for me. I was like, I'm not going out like this. Alright, let's get this over with. Nothing really happened, so I'm just going to speed it up a little bit here, but if you're wondering why I'm freaking out, it's because this fight happens at level 52 Wilderness, where a max main could just jump on me and probably one-shot me, and I would just be dead instantly, and that'd be a sad way to go, as I said before, but yeah, nothing like that happened. We made it out. I scouted a couple worlds and made it all safe, but we did the bare minimum for this one right now. I didn't do any of the tiers, or what are they called, the god spells that unlock the Mage Cape 2, but I just wanted Mage Cape 1 for now, and I said, get me the hell out of here. I don't want to be here anymore, so we got it all finished up. Well, we definitely did the bare minimum coming out here, but I will definitely be taking Mage Cape 1. It's a big upgrade for us. Get that Artie cloak off my back when I'm in Mage gear. I don't need it anymore. So let's go pick out a cape. If you pick anything other than Zamorak, you are simply wrong. I am sorry. Alright, cool. Glad that's all done. We will save the truly scary stuff in Mage Cape 2 for some other time. I have no clue when, but not doing that right now. Let's get the hell out of the wilderness. Okay, we just made it back from the desert. We swapped our spellbook over to Ancient Magic, so we got our spells all set up and ready to go. This is the setup that I'm rocking. We're rocking that RMs that we got from Barrows with the Mystic Bottoms and an Ancient Staff. So, pretty decent setup, I think, for where we're at in the game, but yeah. Excited to finally go do this. I've never really done this grind before, because when this stuff came out on my main, I was already pretty far beyond it. So there wasn't really a point in me going and grinding for a 1.5 or 2 mil item, you know? So, getting into the stuff that I made the account for, so let's get at it. Oh, no way! I already got it! Where is it? I can't pick it up. That's awesome. That was like less than 100 kills. Well, that was easy. Well, that was incredibly easy. That was literally my second trip there. The first one was just kind of like a test out because I'd literally never done it before. So I did like 30 or 40 kills. It's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. And then here we are already. Damn, that was pretty dang quick. Well, let's get this thing built up already. That was fast. Well, dang, it's been a pretty good day. All the 99 smithing, the finishing foundry, that was all today. So this is just, I thought I was going to just be grinding this for the next couple hours tonight and call it a day and not get in the axe. So there we go. We'll take that. So let's get this thing made up. Watch me screw this up and do it wrong somehow. Huge. Nice. Well, Zombie Axe. Nice. And we can wield it. That is a huge upgrade. So cool. I mean, now we're pretty much ready for moons. I think I got everything out. I probably just send some more Barrows runs at this point and try to get a piece. And if not, then we head to moons, do that quest to get that done. Cool. This is happened a lot quicker than I thought it would. And that's what I did. I just sent a bunch of Barrows runs in search of the apparently elusive tank gear that I just can't find. But here's a couple of the highlights from that. I did about 30 KC. Lame. This is actually an insane collection log, though. Like, how do I have all 6 weapons and only 167, but I can't find, like, any chest or leg pieces at all? I mean, I can't complain, but this is crazy. Oh, another dude. Oh. Well, I mean, that kind of works. Like, that's Guthans. Oh, that's full Guthans. I think that's the first set finished, actually. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. That'll actually help us a lot with Slayer in the future, like gargoyles and all that other stuff that, I mean, back in the day, Guthans used to be what you used, but we'll use it again. Easiest back-to-back of my life. No, not today. Alright, well with that drop, that kind of puts me in a little bit of a weird spot, because it's like, do I keep grinding and go for the Derek or Torags, which have better defensive bonuses, or do I just go for Moons and hope that Guthans is good enough? I don't know, I think I've done like less than 10 KC of Moons total. Like I did like an hour or two when it came out, day 1 on my main, and that was it. So we're gonna have to, I don't know. I think the plan for now is going to be get that Barrows KC up to a rounder number. So just go for 180 before I leave, just because I like to have round numbers a little bit. So we'll get that to 180, and then we will send it on Perilous Moons quests. And if the Guthans gear just doesn't cut it, then we'll come back. But I don't think it'll be that bad. But we'll see how much damage we're really taking once we get there. And chest number 180. Nothing great there, but if you're wondering why I'm not wearing any of the Barrows armor that I've got, I just don't really think I need to yet. Like, I don't want to chew through the durability when I don't have a ton of money to repair it yet. So there's 180 Barrows. We've done pretty good on drops, but we still just cannot seem to find any true tank gear. But we're going to go give Moons a shot. We're going to try it with Guthans and my Barrack Helm and see how it goes. Alright, on our way over to Cam Torum. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually a little bit nervous for this, even though it's not that hard of a boss, I don't think. I've only ever done it in max gear and only like 9 times, maybe 10. So we'll just see how this goes. I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad and I'm just overthinking it. Alright, let's get this quest started. Alright, finish that guy off. Let's go get into Cam Torum. Nice, Cam Torum. There's actually a couple other decent things in this town that I can do, or not even town, I guess cave, but that we can do. I definitely want to do that mining. I don't even know what it's called because I've never actually done it, but the mining where you can get the bone shards and, oh, hello. Rude. Yeah, there is no need for that. But yeah, anyway, wherever I was, I want to do the mining thing where I can get the bone shards and the teleports to here, so I honestly might even just stop and do a little bit of that right now. Leave me alone. Alright, let's mine these. It's the first time I'm doing this, but I've been waiting to get these for the bone for that exactly right there, for the bone shards for nice prayer XP, and then to get the calcified deposits to get those moths so we can have a TP here instead of having to rely on the Quetzals. What the hell is that? I'll have to look into if there's, I didn't know there was actually mechanics to this. But yeah, so I'm going to be hanging out here for a little bit before I finish that quest. Just get a couple of these resources mined up. You won't see much of it though, so see you at the quest in a second. Alright, I ended up doing that for like an hour. Hopefully we get a couple out of these. Well, I got 2. We'll take it. Alright, back to the quest. Alright, 2 out of 3 campsites. And the last campsite. So we made up all those campsites, now let's go beat up on the bosses. Actually, there was a lot more running around, so now maybe go kill the bosses, I think. Alright, first one, let's get it. 17, huh? Almost. He kicked my ass a little bit. There we go, we're done though. I did not make enough materials, or resources, so I need to go make some more. Alright, on to Blood Moon. There we go. Alright, that was the one that I thought would do a ton of damage to me, and that wasn't that bad, so hopefully this one we could just knock out and get this done with. Uh-oh. What are we doing? I'm scared. Oh, okay, it's actually a cutscene. I was like, please don't screw me over. Ah! Why did just this one have a cutscene? That's scary. There we go. Well, I can look at my drop first, right? Aw. Lame. All done. Sweet. That's Perilous Moon's done. And that's also 52 Slayer, which we'll definitely be training that up pretty soon. We need to get up to 58 for the Slayer mask. That's be one of the next things we're doing. Let's go snag that drop real quick, see if we can get anything on KC1. Get lucky. Alright, KC number 1 at Perilous Moons. We will take those. I like the blown shards, I like the water orbs. And we'll definitely do a lot of ladle darts in the future, so... Here we go, nice. Got a task as well. So Perilous Moons is a massive upgrade for us. We're definitely going to be grinding this for a while. We want all those armor pieces, and some of the resources that come out of here too are going to just be great for us in the long run. So we'll be here for a while. Alright, we did it. We made it to Moons. We got our first KC, so we went above and beyond a little bit where I thought this video would get to, because I thought that zombie axe grind would take us a little while, and then maybe I would get sidetracked in the middle of it or something, but no, got it in like half an hour. But yeah, the grind went a lot quicker than I thought it would, so we were able to push on and get through the moons. And so, first KC done, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more of that. Right now, I've got this account doing this, and I got the iron actually sitting at the mines over there in Cam Torum, still getting me some more banked prayer XP, because that'll be big on the end. So, it's been a good episode so far. We got a lot done. As of a couple days ago, sailing is getting announced, so the joke I said earlier where I'm going to get my max cape and then they're going to take it, yeah, that's not happening. I'm not getting my max cape before sailing comes out, but I was thinking with that, maybe I could do like a day one something with me, and a couple of my friends are planning on doing a couple things with that, like right when it comes out, so maybe I'll have a video for that, but we'll see, yeah. It's getting a lot harder for me to just AFK stuff on this account on the side, because I've kind of dealt with all those skills already. Agility and thieving are very not AFK-able skills, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get this to keep moving forward, but we'll see. It might go into a little lull right now because I'm really interested in the iron, so we'll see what happens with this. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So if you were watching, if you're still here, thanks for making it all the way through. If you liked it, maybe maybe subscribe, give me a little bit of help in that way, and stay tuned for the next one. There's plenty more on the way, hopefully.